Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon episode number 25, the Team Rocket versus Team Skull episode. Now this episode, doggone, I loved it. This was a great episode. It was a darn awesome episode, okay? And for some reason, Team Rocket episodes are always amazing for some reason. I guess it's just the fact that Ash is not the main character, you know, that's a focus on Team Rocket and all that good stuff. They're great characters. I mean, Team Rocket's great characters in the series. But with that being said, what actually happened in this episode was kind of interesting. The fact that they actually got the Z Crystal was pretty interesting. No one saw it coming. It just kind of happened out of the blue that they went and battled this Totem Raticate and battled against Team Skull and fought against them in order to achieve it, in order to get the Z Crystal. So the fact that we get to see Team Rocket actually achieve something, which is rare, it's actually kind of rewarding to see. You know, it's kind of like, oh, finally, you know, they get to, you know, finally win something, right? So in a way, you kind of feel good for them, good for Team Rocket. But anyway, this episode was really, really awesome in many different ways. Team Rocket was just doing their best that they can, and like the characters that you know, they plotted against the Raticates the way they know how, and they trapped them in cages and then went off to fight the Totem Raticate. And Mimikyu, have to give a shout out to Mimikyu for actually being the one to defeat the Totem Raticate. Something that was really kind of interesting at the very end of this episode, I know I'm kind of jumping right to the end, but right to the end of this episode, there's in the aftermath, Totem Raticate tried to go back and fight Team Rocket at their base, you know, at that tree trunk where Beware lives, and like he was about to go back and kill him, and then Beware just comes out and just like stares at them, and Raticate like freaks out and like runs away. Oh, that part was hilarious. But if you didn't see that part, it's after the episode ends, when Totem Raticate tries to get revenge, but Beware just stands there, and like it's funny. But anyway, Team Skull and Team Rocket look like they're trying to work together, but secretly they didn't want to work together. They wanted to, you know, have the thing for themselves. But Team Rocket ended up officially getting it. That female Team Skull member, she kind of fell in love with Meowth in this episode and kept like squeezing him and loving on him. And Jessie just kept like, you know, tugging him out of her arms and everything, and getting, I don't know if you call it jealous or just mad or just like, hey, that's our Meowth, you know. But Eradicate was fearsome. I mean, he had like a crunch, he had a hyper beam, he was pretty powerful. He used his tail to like launch Team Rocket and Team Skull into the air. That thing was pretty darn powerful. Like the fact that Mimikyu managed to defeat it was kind of like, wow, okay. So now Mimikyu shows that it can actually defeat a totem Pokemon. So Mimikyu's actually pretty powerful. No wonder it could beat up Pikachu as badly as it did in the previous episodes, right? So anyway, another big thing is that Team Rocket cared about Meowth and their own Pokemon. Instead of going for that Z Crystal, they also really cared about the Pokemon that were fighting off the Totem Raticate. And when they saw that they were getting beat up, Team Rocket abandoned going for the Z Crystal and went back to Meowth and, you know, to their Pokemon to take care of them and to, you know, like make sure they're okay, which I thought was huge, which I thought that was awesome. The fact that Team Rocket, these bad guys, are actually taking care of their Pokemon, actually caring for Meowth, etc. So that's also really huge. Not regards to Team Rocket, because we already kind of know that Team Rocket gets the Z Crystal, so what they're going to use, they were kind of practicing with the Z moves at the end, but they couldn't really master it. They don't have a Z Ring yet to put the Z Crystal in, so they made their own like little makeshift ring, pretty much. But with that being said, that was Team Rocket's side this episode, and doggone, it was good. Team Skull, maybe we'll see more conflict with Team Skull and Team Rocket. They weren't really going at each other's throats as much as they were trying to go after the Raticates. It was kind of a three-way war, but they were kind of interchanging between going against each other and against the Raticates. But that was Team Rocket in this episode. Now, there's a lot of other minor things that, attention to detail things, that I would like to bring up as well. One thing being Togedemaru, frankly, just raping Pikachu in this episode. I'm sorry, but like, it was digging its spikes into Pikachu's belly, and like, most of the scenes that you see Pikachu in, like, Togedemaru's like on top of him, just like loving the heck out of him. And I'm just like, those scenes, oh my gosh, it's gonna be sad when Sophocles leaves in the next episode. because we're gonna miss that. Togedemaru just like just destroying Pikachu with its love or whatever is hilarious, and like digging its spikes into him. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't think the audience needs to see this. I don't think the kids need to see this. I mean, I don't know what's happening when it digs its spikes into him, but I don't know. But anyway, going off that topic, going back to the Z moves that the class was practicing in the background of this episode, Ash was using steel move dances. Like, he was using like maybe it's a hinting at the fact that he might get a steel type sea crystal. Perhaps this means that he can use it for Pikachu's Iron Tail, or maybe he's getting a steel type Pokemon later on in the future, because he was practicing it. He wasn't practicing the normal Z move. He wasn't practicing the electric Z move. No, he was practicing a steel Z move. So does that mean he's going to use it for Iron Tail? Is he going to get a Steel Crystal for Iron Tail? Or does that mean he's going to get a Steel Crystal for a Steel Pokemon? Which I really want him to get a Alolan Sand Slash. Okay, that is huge. I love that Pokemon. I love it so much. So I love Steel type Pokemon in general. That's probably my favorite type, next to maybe Dark type. But Steel type, definitely, I want him to get that. So maybe a Alolan Sandshroom. Post in the comment section below what you guys think, what you guys want to happen. Next episode, we have the Sophocles episode. And doggone, it looks like Lana and Sophocles, dude, shipping big time. You can see the sadness in Lana's eyes. Everyone else looks, I don't know if this is just Sophocles' imagination, that they're all pissed, or that they don't like him or something. But they all look pissed off in like the few scenes that we see in the preview. But Sophocles, in my opinion, it's just kind of like that standard, like, oh, I think I'm moving because I heard my parents talk about the word moving in behind the door, and oh, we're moving away, and then it ends up being completely something else, and that's what a lot of people think it's gonna be. But Sophocles might be leaving in this next episode. Honestly, with the animation quality, maybe they're actually going through with it and actually having him leave. Maybe. What's the purpose? Where is he going? If he's staying, is this a phony? Who knows? We don't know really much details if he's gonna be in any episodes after this one, so who knows? Anyway, guys, love you all. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Peace off!